Black Ops 6. What are your thoughts and opinions on that game? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Or have you even had a chance to play it?
I've played it. I didn't play the zombie mode that everybody's raving about.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's saying the zombies are really really good. The crazy thing is, I used to play back in the day when wow, I'm seeing their name, not Activision, the person that had them before.
Okay.
Um, and it was Modern Warfare, and then the first Call of Duty Black Ops came out, and the graphics were atrocious,
Right.
and I hated it. I was like, this is not Modern Warfare 2, because like that was something that you when you played online and you could try to get that streak to get a nuke, you just needed 25 kills without dying and you get the nuke.
Yep. Blow everything up.
Yeah, like that's when you really are like that's when the games were intense. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that recently. But this one, the reason why I'm mentioning the previous, I'm saying for me,
Yeah.
Activision has done such a really good job of improving the graphics and how real they look, like compared to the past Call of Duty. I mean, they own everything, but they let, I
Right.
think, Infinity Ward, that's their name. I think they let Infinity Ward, hold a regular Modern Warfare, and then call the Black Ops.
Mhm.
Activision takes over. And you could tell the graphics are different. They're a little bit more rich in color with Activision. The fluidity I like more in Black Ops than
Okay.
you know because it's like there's times where I'm like because I play on core. Sometimes I'll play hardcore, but I play core, and
Right.
it's like I shot this guy. You gave me the hit marker of a headshot, and he's still shooting at me, and I die. And it's like
Gotta
so.
love it.
So that's the frustrating part. But this one, it seems to be the graphics were very, very. I was very impressed with the graphics, the smoothness. I haven't got to all the boards yet, but I am like excited to play the zombies because everybody's like the zombies. So I'm ready for that.
I got you. Now, do you play War? Do you play Warzone? Because that's two different gameplays. Because you got
Yeah.
multiplayer, campaign, and zombies. But within the multiplayer, have you ever played Warzone? What do you think of that?
So the Warzone aspect, it's funny because one of my friends he refuses to buy the Call of Duty, right? But he
Okay.
loves the Warzone. So I
Right.
played Warzone with them, which I think well they definitely did. They stole it the concept from Fortnite
Yep.
um and everything else. So when I do get comfortable with it, I've won a couple of games. I like how it kind of forces you to kind of just close in. You can't necessarily camp, which
Yeah.
I like. That's the one thing that I've always hated about Call of Duty are the people that just find a spot and they just camp, and it's like, come on, bro, like it's a game. Like you
Yeah.
can't sitting on your couch and then sitting in the game. Like you got to do something, bro. So
Got it.
yeah.
Nah, I love Warzone. I was never good at it until the recent Call of Duty
Mm,
came out, and it's a funny story. So it came out, and I'm playing it. I'm playing it because I pre-ordered it.
okay.
I didn't realize I was playing what they call boot camp,
Uh,
right? So I was like, yo, I was never so good at this game, man. I'm doing great. So then I kept playing it. I said, hold on, wait a minute. Something's a little off. So so I went to it and I kept saying, I was like, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it. And
yeah.
I read it, and it was basically just like, hey, if you just want to get your feet wet in practice,
Yeah.
boot camp is it, and you're playing with AI. I was like,
Yeah.
man, I said, yo, I knew I shouldn't have read it. I was on a high cloud, thinking like, yeah, I'm finally gonna Call of Duty Warzone. I read it. I started playing regular Warzone. I was like, nah, go back to multiplayer.
Yeah.
Quick transition. I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
Say 5-10 minutes to see somebody, and then
Yeah.
boom, my game's over. And it's like 33rd place.
Word. I don't know. I've won a couple with my boys. Yeah, we tend to do very good at Warzone and multiplayer too. I don't I like demolition. I like
Okay.
obviously team deathmatch. Um that like I've really learned like how I am because
Mhm.
even when I play 2K, I'm still one of those guys that like I'm like I move the controller even though
Yeah.
I've been playing video games for years. I'm like, get your ass over there, like I'm still one of those. So I've learned like with the handgun,
Mhm.
like That's my biggest thing because I'm so like this. So
Yeah.
when you're shooting automatic, you're just holding it, but then you switch.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, boom, 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 and they're like, yo, Sam, you're going crazy. It's like, yeah, that handgun. I don't want to see me die.
You switch it with the quickness, like pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like I've learned my
Nah, man. Well, I'm glad you are. At least I can relate to you 100% on Call of Duty. So, what other games do you play? Because those are definitely popular games. Are there any other popular games that you kind of dabble in, or just some games that maybe not be as well known that you came across and you enjoy playing?
There's something called Wu Lang,
Black Ops 6.
and
Okay.
it's on Game Pass for Xbox, and it is something. It's a 3-player game, and there was another game I forgot what it was called. It was like a karate kung fu version of Fortnite.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think it's the same makers. So you're back in this, the Chinese era,
Mhm.
and you're with powers, and you have your swords and your different, whatever, and then you're
Yeah.
like going against like these crazy animals. It's a 1-player game that they have for PlayStation, but
Yeah.
I think the Xbox version is a multiplayer game. I've been playing that. Um, Street Fighter, I've always played my whole life. Um, Street Fighter, I've always played my whole life, but this new version of Street Fighter, I can't play nobody online. I just can't because I'm used to like the regular Hadouken,
Yeah.
these guys, they know how to like bounce the Hadouken back, put you in a combo, and you're in the air for like 45 seconds. I'm like, I don't want to play this. Like,
Yeah.
I remember like how it was. Like, okay, you do your move, I block, I do my move, you block, kind of thing.
Right.
This new version is different. I like the Division because
Okay. So I think that's Tom Clancy. Is that
yeah,
the Tom Clancy's Division? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So they have, and it's crazy because they still add like DLC from time to time, where they update things. So I like that. I like being able like, okay, we're going over here, we're gonna go over here. All right, stake out. I really like the Division. If they come out with more games like that, I'd
Mhm.
be really on board where you can do a story mode and see things progress with your boys. Like I like that. I like World War Z,
Okay.
that kind of thing where you're going through the story again, 4 players. But I wish they would expound upon 4 players. Like if you can make it 8, that'd be sick. Like
Mm.
8 people in the party, like because now you can really run through the game. The 4 players is still fun, but there's times you might have like 2 or 3 people in the party and they can't play the game with you.
Right.
You know,
All right. That's actually hey, listen, developers out there listening,
yeah.
definitely take that in consideration because I 100% agree with you. So, we are covering a lot of games and you definitely seem like you've played it. Is there one moment in a game that gave you the most satisfaction or achievement that you played out of any game ever? So I think that's Tom Clancy. Is that
Yeah,
the Tom Clancy's Division? Yeah,